practically looking, examining, and finding, following, and all of those are fantastic. The education what you have is fantastic. But then it is only focused for the well-being of up to death and physical point more than mental point. This life more than life after. So I think this is basically difference. And when you're looking at your life, our life, somehow, fortunately, we are balanced. We are very much balanced. We are not lacking the material-based, physical-oriented education. We are not lacking at all. Plus, you have this mental side of way looking beyond. So we have both. It's very rare. 99.9% of the human beings on the earth today is totally, whatever they may say or claim, but more material oriented. Only 1% or maybe 100% have thinking. And that is so precious, so important. And all of you, all of us are in that little tiny percentage. So that your view of life and lives are panoramic rather than limited focusing. Honestly, life and lives are, for me, it is a common language. For me, life doesn't end at the time of the death. Life doesn't begin at the time of conception. It is a something continuation, panoramic. Very few people, extremely few people, will think that way. When you think that way, then everything doesn't begin at the time of the conception, and everything doesn't end at the time of the death. Although certain physical points do end, do no longer function, but changing, so that your understanding, your view is much more panoramic than narrowing. And that's why then your planning, your work is also much more longer than whatever, 100 years or something. Similarly, you also have this not only yourself, but also everybody else. Everybody else together, which is very important in our life. We all know that, which is very, very important. But when you have a narrower view, and then self becomes very important and the center of all, and when you have an open view, and then everybody is connected. So looking back in our life, and we all have the opportunity. We have it with us. We've been using it, which not so many of your friends, your colleagues, your equal people may not have it. Maybe 3 people sitting on the chair together. One of you have that view, understanding, and 2 of them may not have it. But there's nothing wrong with those who don't have it. But those who have it, it is great quality. Quality because it is a true reality. Life doesn't end at the time of the death. Life doesn't begin at the time of the conception. Somebody coming from before, remaining here, and going out in somewhere. That probably is the basis of importantness of this life. People do plan things. People make planning for next 10 years, 5 years, and 100 years. But you think somebody else will come and carry out the planning by the time when you go. We don't think that we have a plan for ourselves to function. We don't. Because we see the death as end of all. As a matter of fact, we see so many. Maybe I shouldn't talk too much, but the reality is, it is not necessary. The previous identity is showing up again. It's not. If it does, it's not a good sign. It is ghost. But new identity with the new things, it will continue. So therefore, planning should be much longer, much more broad, much more panoramic than simply ending it. People call legacy. Legacy is fine, good for limited purposes. True legacy should be the total enlightenment. Total enlightenment. Not only for yourself, for everybody. Everybody. And that's what the Buddha shared with us. And that so many of the earlier masters, spiritually developed, adults, siddhas, and retreaters have done that. Not only retreaters, even in public, functioning people, they have done that. So we should be looking in that lines. And that's what it is. And in that manner, within that context, if you waste certain time, like 76 years in my case, it's a big waste. Realizing that, try not to waste. One, recognizing how important life is, recognizing and important. And two, not to waste. That you have to meditate, you have to get that into your in your daily attitude, daily life. True meditation is adoption of the points in your life. True meditation is really changing the individual into betterment. Let's say, if you are wasting your excuse me, if you are wasting your time and the energy without realizing, by recognizing this and then not to waste energy. And then the purpose of meditating this has been served. Then if you look at the opportunities, you have a tremendous opportunity. We have a tremendous opportunity. We are accessible for self-liberation. We are accessible to compassion. We are accessible to love. We are accessible to body-mind. We are accessible to Vajrayana. We are accessible total enlightenment within the lifetime. All of those. So when you are wasting time, you're wasting those. And that, again, doesn't mean you have to be rigid, conservative. Sometimes they lead you to that. But that's not the way. The way is to be open-minded, happy, jolly, and enjoy life, at the same time achieve purpose. So this is one of the important themes here. Thank you.